What's up, everybody? A Spare with a Gun here from Sleepless Nights with another episode on Space Engineers. Back with our horrendous frame rate. It's getting pretty bad. Oh, what happened here? Was this always like that? Yeah, I guess it was. It's been a minute since I was on this world save. Alright, so we did our thrusters in the last episode. A couple of people had mentioned possibly needing more. I don't really think we will. Time will tell. But if we haven't done the hull yet, so we'll just do the thruster back-end part last. And that way, if we need to do more, we could actually add some exposed thrusters on the back and stuff like that for design-wise. I did finally clean this up. And get this on an equal level, I think, with the other side before the sides were off, the proportions and everything were out of whack. So now the edges there are fine. For this part, though, I think I want to work on this section. Now, I don't know if that's going to stay there or not. This, I kind of want... So we have our shape here, sort of what it's going to look like. So we have a little bit of room to work with. But what I don't know, to be quite honest, is what I want to put here. I wanted to put, like, the biggest gun I could find. And out of all the mods that I have a lot of weapon mods, actually. Surprisingly, this kind of was weird to me. The railgun. The large ship railgun turret. Huge. Just ridiculously huge in terms of its hitbox. But it's not actually that big of a gun, which was kind of weird to me. We also have... I love these guns. These will probably end up being like the main turret weapons all over the hull kind of thing. These, battle cannons. They just look kind of like deck gun type things, which is cool. There's also the fixed versions for like front barrel cannons and broadside versions, which I guess go left. I can't tell if they're supposed... I think it's supposed to go up and down based on the thumbnail. But they look like they only go left and down or up and right. I could be wrong. Up and right? Up and down. Left and right. There's these, which I have plans for, which are actually like Star Wars-esque ion cannons from Hoth type of thing. Hey, they're looking at each other. There's these, which are plasma cannons, which sounded pretty cool, but then I found these. They're... Oh, I always get them backwards, though. They're main cannons, and these things... This thing looks awesome. So I kind of want to put something like that in the front and have it be like a big main cannon kind of thing. Now, there is one kind of issue with this, and that is basically the... AI, I guess, if you will, of when I put this down here, if I even can. Let's turn this off for a second. Like that. Say we have this down here, or a couple of them even, it moves like it's a turret. I don't know what it's tracking either. It keeps trying to track things. But my only problem with that is, A, we need to make sure wherever we put this thing, it has enough room to actually move around and not run into walls. I think. I don't know. I've never really worked with turrets that much that are embedded inside a ship type of thing. But the other thing is, if we make it to where it's like concealed and you have to open so that the outer hull doesn't really look this way... like, I didn't really want this sticking out. I was actually looking for kind of a, fixed weapon type of thing. But I looked up cannon, I looked up turret. I wasn't really sure what else would come up, kind of thing. Like, I doubt you can do just weapon. Oh, battery. Didn't think about that. Let's remove... Oh, screw it. Let's just get rid of these. This looks like a cool weapon. So I probably should have just scrolled through all of my blocks to see if there was anything else. But I'm almost wondering if I should just do, like, a lot of weapons in, like, fixed weapons type of thing, and, actually, I just thought of something that would be pretty cool if I could pull it off. It would require pistons, too. Airtight piston, tiny, long, tiny, wide. Wow. I don't remember having all these. Let's see. Probably either this or this, I would think. So I probably won't use that. The other thing is, I can't find those huge deck guns, and I know I have the mod, because it's the same one from, like, the autocannon and stuff like that. There's also these. Oh, I didn't even try these. Hold on. Hold on. I can add in these later. I didn't even look at the size and stuff of the Star Trek ones. Yeah, there's a weapon mod in here somewhere where all these cannons come from. Let's see. Phaser. Oh, that's all the... Actually, that would be kind of cool, is phaser banks. What was this? Klingon? I should probably grab the Type 2... So I'm not using that anymore. I like that one. Planetarium power blocks. Where did... That's thrusters. Where did it go? No, that's not it. That's machine gun. Nope. Mining refurbished. Was it Telmods? Nope, that's not it. Darn. I cannot find that mod. But anyways, some of you are probably aware that it's the, it's got, like, all of the weapons that we see in the Inspiration series a lot. Those big, big, heavy deck guns and stuff like that. But I can't find it for the life of me. Maybe it's under weapons? I probably could have just clicked on weapons and tools. Maybe. If it'll ever load. Oh gosh, I think I broke things. Hold on. Yeah. So I found all the weapons. Well, not all of them, I guess. There is still some that's missing. I think, I don't know, maybe I'm just making that up. What am I not seeing? I feel like I'm missing something. The railgun, maybe? Yeah, I don't see the railgun. Anyways, there's some other stuff that's just scattered around. It's all about categorizing, like whether or not it was put under the right category and stuff when it was made and all that crap. So anyways, what did I put that under? 5? Okay, so the Gatling gun's not available for small ships, neither is that. Really? There we go. So these are the bigger, like, ba-boom type of guns, I think, that we've seen in the Inspiration series before. Let's actually test that. Wait, do I? I left it on weapons and tools. Hold on. Alrighty. So, that was annoying. So I put a flight seat down so that we can test out the weapon systems. So here's the 25 centimeter one. So that is the bigger cannon that we're used to seeing. And now we're going to fire the battle cannon over here. That seems way weaker. I don't know about that one. Like, it just kind of lacks some punch compared to... It just seems like way more scary. So... Let's see. Oh, and then there was these... Le phaser banks. What the heck is going on here? Thank you. That was weird. Okay, where are all the other ones? 9? Yep, here we go. Ooh! Alright, so let's get rid of you. And let's put one of you down. Guessing... It's gonna go this way. Crap. This way. There we go. Yeah, so this is kind of just like testing episode, I suppose, as to different weapons we can use. But I'm surprised at myself that I didn't really even think about phasers, being that it's, like, well, you know, this ship is kind of like a Star Wars-y kind of ship, so that's surprising to me that it never even occurred to me to use that. Alright. Unfortunately, because of how long the screen lags, let me go in here and get everything set up, and I'll be back in a second. Alrighty. So now that we got everything set up here, let's see how all this stuff actually... Really? Okay, sound's still working. Just not on that gun. Well, that's disappointing. Well, that's sad. I'm probably screwing something up, but you know. Phaser bang. Ooh. That is kind of awesome. Not gonna lie. Which one is that? That's pretty cool. That's the number 4 slot, the phaser cannon. It's the Jem'Hadar. Ooh. Ooh. That's kind of cool. Klingon. What? That beam looks awesome, by the way. Which one is that? That's one of the thruster-looking ones. Dude, that beam... That's just cool. And then... Romulan? I feel like I'm missing one. Did I? Oh, Cardassian. That's pretty cool. I really like that one. But for a Star Destroyer looking type one, I mean, actually the Romulan one would work the best because they always used green lasers for some reason in the Empire. That would be kind of cool. Not gonna lie. So, here's what I'm thinking. I didn't really explain that. At first I was thinking one major big cannon, but it's not really looking like that's gonna pan out because all the big major cannons are like turrets, like this. The only one that I'm really thinking about would be something like this, like the big deck gun, which is pretty cool. So here's my thought process and why I grabbed pistons. My theory here is that I could cascade smaller ones, since like even this one only takes up a space in terms of the width and height. Obviously length it's, you know, longer, but my theory here is to use something, I'll have to play around with it, but something to where the hull has kind of a, I don't know if I can highlight anything enough. Kind of like a tapered look, like it's just going to kind of go from this point up here, you know, way up here on the top here, and then it's just going to kind of gradually come down here to a point, kind of like the siding. My theory and hope was going to be that you had like a section to where you could have one big cannon out the front, but I'm almost thinking of doing multiple smaller cannons, either these fixed phaser banks or the big deck guns, and essentially, yeah, that's not going to be there, essentially have pistons that would push them out and kind of like extend your weapons type of thing. Like when they retract, it would just go into the hull, the doors would close, and it would look fine. Like it would just look like there's little compartments in the hull, but it all's the right shape. Then having, you know, when you activate them, the gates open basically, and pistons would push out the laser cannons type of thing, or the phasers or whatever. Actually, if we used phasers, we would definitely have to do that. The reason for that is because of how it's built. I believe it's actually supposed to be a machine gun. So if you were firing while turning, it's not a steady beam that would just keep tracking. It would, there's parts of the projectiles that you're not actually seeing that would tear into the hull as you turned. Because I've encountered that before in some of the Inspiration series that use the phaser weapons. The cannons wouldn't necessarily be as big of a risk, but I would still want to extend them to where the barrel's outside the hull a little bit, at least. Mostly just for show of power, I kind of think I'm going to go with the cannons. Again, mostly just because they sound intimidating and they have like a high damage type thing. I think in actual gameplay, the phasers might actually be more damaging because you can hit more blocks quicker. So, I don't know. Which one is the Romulan one? That's what I'd probably end up going with, or the Klingon, because Klingon's red, which, you know, Sith, but the Romulan is green, which is more like an Imperial. Like you see Star Destroyers actually firing green projectiles, so if I went with any of them, I'd probably go with the Klingon one. I mean the Romulan one, sorry. Alright, so now what I've got to figure out is how to set up... And why can I not get rid of that? Thank you. This episode, I may not actually do the weapons, but work on basically setting them up. So I want to get rid of that and put a T here. Because we're going to need to carry the weapon, or the ammo, from somewhere. These are all connected to the storage and assemblers and everything, if I remember correctly, so that would mean... Yeah, because it pumps air and material. So that would mean we should be able to do this as far as just tie it into the system. And we will have to make little adjustments along the way with the conveyors, because as we start building the hull, there will be parts that have turrets and stuff like that on them as well, which we'll have to factor into the design. Alright, now here's where things get kind of... Oops, what did I just break? Crap. I didn't mean to do that. No, wrong button. Oh, come on. Why can't I build on this now? What is going on? Seriously? What just happened? I can build on this. I can't build on this. I don't know what just happened to my ship. This is all buildable. Why can I not build off of this? I'm very perplexed by this. Like, what is the problem? There's nothing in the space. What is the problem? Oh, I see the problem. Okay. It's all the lights. Dang it. Dang it. Well, that's crap. That's complete crap. Because now I have to redo all of this. What was on the corners? Oh, it's the ceiling lights that are apparently off? Did I do that? Oh, yeah, I think I did. And apparently there is a singular hole over here, which makes little to no sense at all. Yeah, it's all these. Man, that sucks. Oh, come on! Can I break the ship anymore? Stop breaking my stuff. It might be faster just to reload the old save file. Anyways, I'm gonna fix that later. So what we have to figure out here... What I meant to delete was this. Is where to place the pistons. And how to actually set them up. So I definitely want 2 there. I'm thinking of doing more of a pyramid type of effect, where you kind of stagger stuff. Maybe? Let's see, like that. And this is one, there's 3 spaces between them, so 1, 2, 3. I mean, it's kind of a lot of deck guns. But that would be effective. Then, I don't know if I can get away with doing 1 more. There should be 1 at the center, but I don't know if I'll end up doing that or not yet. Let's put one like that. 1, 2, 3, and then I can put 1 here. Though that might affect the catwalk section. I was not thinking about that. So we might have to move this around a little bit, but this will mean like basic placement, I suppose. Because I wasn't thinking about the catwalk is supposed to go around here and then connect with this. So this bottom row, we may have to move up a hair and then have the conveyors come down and over or something and connect to it. I'm not sure how to do that part just yet. Not entirely sure how to set up this conveyor tubing. I do know that all of it isn't quite as necessary as I'd like it to look for aesthetics, as far as, like, technically speaking, as long as they're connected from 1 point, you don't need to have, like, a million connections on every port or something like that. For example, we could just connect... No... Come on, I hate conveyors. Conveyors and rotors are my least favorite thing to work with in this game. We could connect like this. And... let's see... we could do... Really? You're just gonna go straight off of a wall. Like that... And I believe technically they're all connected now, so it's kind of weird looking doing it that way, but you can do it that way. And then the idea is going to be... I don't know what piston I should use, because I'm not really sure. I think I can get away with using a smaller piston. If I can figure out... There they are. Mostly just because if we're actually using these cannons, these are long. So they're going to stick out quite a bit on their own anyway. So we don't really need to do too much with them. Actually, I could probably get away with using one of the small ones. Let's try that first, and if that doesn't work, then we'll go from there. But the theory would be like these top ones, you have one. And then doing... Maybe for that sake, we'll do like this. You could probably just do conveyors, I suppose. Oh, wait, these are conveyor. I mean, like tubes. We could do conveyor tubes, I guess. Like, have each row kind of extend out further. Again, this last row will probably change because of the catwalks. Either that or the catwalk will change. I'm not really sure about that yet. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And then we could do just kind of attaching them all to the end of one, and then we'll be able to put these everywhere. Wait, why is it not? Oh, because each road or each piston is actually its own thing. I wasn't thinking about that. I was like, why is it not mirroring? So this is kind of, like I said, just the basic setup, but maybe not the way it'll actually end up looking. We might refine some stuff. Good golly. But you can kind of see what I was going for, that like they kind of sit back, and so the hull will wrap down over them. And like this, it would be like inside. We might have to expand that outward a little bit, but we're going to have to do that for the airlock anyway. So it's like it kind of would just wrap barely in front of it, but then when you go to activate them, all the pistons would like extend, kind of thing. And then, you know, you're like, basically it's like extend deck guns kind of thing, and you could just obliterate everything in front of you. So that's kind of my theory. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I think we're going to wrap this episode here. In the meantime, I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.